Today I'm going to show you how to download FileChimp, an application to automatically file messages into network folders, relevant network folders that is. So it could be client files or folders, it could be suppliers. So let's go to the FileChimp website and go to the download page. Simply enter your details. To get the download link, click on the download link. Now before we start, we just want to make sure that Outlook is actually closed, so I'm going to close Outlook. FileChimp consists of two parts. It consists of an Outlook plugin and an application which runs from the taskbar. So now we'll go ahead with the installation. Just go through the wizard. So once we've completed the installation, we can open Outlook again. And we'll notice that the FileChimp application add-in has been added to Outlook, and the application from the taskbar will now launch. So at the moment everything's blank, but let's go and have a look at its configuration. So let's look in Outlook at the add-in settings. You'll see that by default we create some folders for the incoming emails and the sent items. So looking in Windows Explorer, we can see that it's created an inbox and a sent items folder automatically. There's also some file name template options. If we have a look at those, you've got the message date, the time, the subject, the sender name, the email address, recipient names, message sent or received mark, and a pattern mark. So you can use any combination of those fields in the actual file name that it's going to save, and you can move them up and down in the order that you'd like to create them. Click OK to that, so we'll accept that. Now we'll take a look at the application itself. So in order for FileChimp to actually move the relevant files into subfolders within your network and direct email messages to the right job or right client, you need to set up a rule, a matching rule. So for starters, we'll select a source folder that it needs to monitor, and we're going to point this to the folder that Outlook is actually dumping the email into. It's under my documents. It was FileChimp. And let's take the sent items as an example. We're going to add a rule, and we're going to say we want it to move the file, we want an exact match, and we want it to match what's in brackets. And we want to put a destination tree. So where is the starting point that FileChimp must start looking to match a relevant file to a folder? So I'm going to pick this network drive, T drive, where I've got different main category folders which all contain different clients or documents, drawings, projects, related information, and I've got a suppliers folder. I'm going to select the root of that drive and say OK. So you can see here it's specified the rule, so the only last thing that we need to do is we need to save that profile to make it active. Once that's done, we can actually close this window. So now we can go back to Outlook, but before we start, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send an email using Outlook, and it's going to contain the word Dell to a supplier. So if I go and look in my file system and I take a look at the relevant path that I've specified in FileChimp in the application where it needs to start looking for folders, under suppliers I've got a folder for Dell that's currently empty. So going into Outlook, I'll create a new email. So all I want to do is in the subject I want to use the word of where I would like it to file that email. I'm going to put Dell in brackets, and it can be anywhere in the subject. It can be at the start, it could be at the end, it could be in the middle, it could be anywhere, but just make sure that the syntax of the word is exactly the same as your folder name, because it's going to match that exactly. I can type anything into the content of the email and I'll just click send. That message is gone, so we'll go back to the file system, check our file system, and there the file is. It's been filed. One other interesting point is that we can turn on an additional field, the authors, and there you can actually see the sender of the email as well. So it just makes it an easy way in Windows Explorer to find an email once you've filed it into a location. That's it.